Hi there, my name is Kendrick, and welcome to another ENFP male interview. Today, I get to interview Caroline. So, Caroline, welcome.
Hello, I'm Caroline. So I'm in INFP, and I'm a double masculine, consume, sleep, play, blast, last INFP.
And
Is that
yeah, you got it. You nailed it. And what did you think, and how did you feel when you got your typing results back?
So this is a good question, I guess. So I was like rather surprised. I felt like I was in like a haze. I felt like the separation kind of because the type that the community had come to a consensus about was a little bit different, but like you can see how they're like pretty interchangeable. But like at the time, I was so expecting to see that one, which was a, a consume, play, sleep, blast, ESFP, double feminine. So I was so expecting to see that one. And then that one in yeah, it's a different color. It's like orange in my head, and then that one is like red, the one I am now. So when I see that, it's like this disconnect. Anyways, it was confusing. I was like, what the fuck? And I had to go to my friend and like tell them, because I have this OPS friend, and like, yeah. And so I had to tell them and stuff. And then I was like, huh, actually, maybe I am double masculine. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I
That,
think I think with your like animal stack, it sounds like you're using your feminine functions more than your masculine one. So that's why it's like maybe not as apparent because it's like consume and then sleep, right? And then they're both touching your feminine FI. So it's like it's not like obvious like you're punchy, you know?
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, true. Yeah, 100%. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Michael Jackson's like double masculine, right? But then like no one would ever guess that, right? You know?
No, yeah, yeah. He.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's funny. Let me think about it now. You know what? Now that I think about it, it's kind of like you have like the Michael Jackson syndrome happening because his first animal is like sleep, which and it's his sleep is double feminine, which is feminine FI and feminine NI. And then for you, your first animal is also double feminine, feminine NE and feminine FI. So you kind of have like that double feminine first animal. So
Mm.
I think you are as a result you're gonna be like double feminine right on the upfront, so no one sees like the Hulk until like you really piss them off,
Oh.
until they piss you off or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the Hulk syndrome like comes out sometimes and like it's kind of funny, but also it's like uncontrollable and it's motivated by this rage as well. So it's kind of like um it's like a rampaging kind of sergeant with a little bit of like sarcasm. The NF is there anyway. So yeah, yeah, that makes total sense. Like I feel like I'm very feminine upon first meeting with people because it's kind of like, it's like that's the way you get along with people all the time. It's like, oh, blah blah blah, like floaty floaty, like nice nice, oh funny, you're funny. And then it's kind of like you know, and so I feel like that. But then when does the double masculine come out? I feel like when it involves like the SI, a lot of the time will come out because a lot of the time the SI will trigger me, like just all of a sudden, because it's like I just can't be bothered maintaining it anymore in that moment. And then yeah, the tribe explosions are like much more rare, I think. I think. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Your double masculine is what, SIT, so that's
Mhm.
like you're when you're teaching people, do you ever
Yeah,
do you teach
yeah. Yeah, it does come out. See, I've been trying to do these blasts. So I've been trying to do these blasts on my Instagram thing because I have a page where I like design art and try to make money. And so it's a freelancing page. And so when I feel myself to blast like positive and like lessons basically. And yeah, that comes out very masculine sometimes. It's so funny. I feel like, is that the one? Is double masculine the one which has like rapper hands, or like which one is that? Because
No,
like I
that's
feel
me.
like I do that sometimes.
No, that's my type. The
Oh,
MF.
MS, that makes so much sense. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. No, I've interviewed some people. They weren't sure about their sexual modalities, yet they're like going like this when they're talking. I'm like, no, you're doing your rapper hand shit. You're definitely MF. So no,
Yeah,
no.
they're so good. I love the MF hands. Yeah, because yeah, oh, they're so expressive. Yeah. Anyway.
So since you already talked about it, your double masculine is ST. It's like facts, I guess, or you're giving directions. Um, you have it last though, so I don't see it coming out unless you're really stressed out or you're. But there's also like a TE part of it. So it's like, do you call people stupid when you get pissed off or something? Like because it's masculine TE? Is that something you've done before?
I mean, it's kind of like not even like an uncommon thing. It's like that's the thing that will trigger me. I'll see someone and I'll be like, stupid. I'll just think I'm like, oh my God, why is this person being so stupid right now? But like, it's like, it does trigger me, not like on a daily basis, I guess, but like maybe it's like more like unconscious, or like that's the reason that I'll attribute to it, even though it could be something else. You know what I mean? It's like a reflex. I'll just like go for that. And I'll be like, have to calm myself down, like, no, it's okay. It's not, they're not being stupid. It's just like, sorry, am I being ST enough here? So I'm a little bit like, am I answering the question right?
Well,
Yeah.
there's no right and wrong answer. It's you sharing yourself. So it's like don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
People want to see what like a real INFP is like. So they
Oh.
like if you start making up stuff that's not you, then it wouldn't be it wouldn't be an INFP anymore. So yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I will not do that then. I'll try not to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I mean, just be you, which you should be easy because you're an IP. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, okay, so let's cover your second animal. It's SF. It's sleep. This is your second one. That's like the cool factor, but it's like coming from within. So like what you think is cool is like your own opinion, not like someone else's opinion. Can you like talk about that a bit? Like, when you perceive something as like cool or awesome, it's like it's because you think it, not because like the tribe thinks so, you know.
Okay. So I have a friend, they're like, I type them personally, but like I live with them. Anyway, I think they're like a TI masculine SI, like sleep, consume, play, blast. And they're like very FE when they like talk to you, like in interactions and like relate. So like I think that, yeah, when I find something that I like and they're like, yeah, I like it too, it's like, yeah, you don't understand though. And then like when they like something and then they're trying to relay it to me, then I have to personally nitpick it. And like they're just like gushing that like FE that it's so good, like you should like this, or like I don't know. But then like to me it's like, okay, I'm a little bit separated from that. Like, oh, he likes it, it's him liking it. And then like, yeah, so I kind of have to go through it myself and like, I don't know if it relates to things, or like, yeah, I guess if it resonates and shows different parts of like, I don't know if it relates to like, there is a very specific sound in music I like, for example. I do like, I like a nice bass, and I also like nice music that makes you feel like either you're in an amphitheater, or um, like you're like have you seen that movie, what is it, Annihilation? There's like, you go inside this, oh, okay, oh yeah, anyway, so it's like this bubble, which is like created by this alien, and it's this bubble of life, and when you enter inside of it, there's all these mutations of creatures, and you observe the dome of the bubble, and it's all sparkly and like rainbow fractal colors everywhere. So music that sounds like that to me is like got a lot of like chimes, or not chimes, but like twinkling sounds. Um, I mean, I also like classical music as well and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's like more personal, I guess, in terms of that. Um, but like, yeah, I can see why like a lot of people would like vibe with different music. You know, I can see why they would like it, but for me, it's like just that specific thing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense because like FISI is very picky and particular about things that they enjoy. So
Oh.
about your roommate, I feel like or not your roommate, but the person, I think, was it your roommate you were discussing earlier about the person you type? You know what? Honestly, I feel like if you're roommates with someone, they're probably gonna be an EJ because like IPs and EJs are friends. And
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
no, this person is masculine TI to the max. Oh my God.
yeah,
But you mean generally, yeah.
well, yeah, no, generally, yes, but EJs can have masculine TI also. And if you're living with someone, then they're probably gonna show you their true self. So, uh but also with FE too, sometimes they don't like something, they're just pretending to like it so that they can get along with you. So they'll
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
yeah, it's FE, right? It's like
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah, explain. Sorry.
yeah, because I just did a panel interview like with like ESFJ and whatnot, and the ESFJ guy said, yeah, we could do that. We can, if we want to connect with someone, they said that they could pretend that they like what you like to connect, but they actually don't, or like so yeah, yes,
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, when
yeah.
you say like that, it makes it sound like they're like lizards or something. Anyway.
Well, no, but I don't know, like chameleons, but yeah, so like um yeah, and then I guess like for my experience, like just watching the IP and EJ interaction, it's like the IP fall for it every time because they don't have they have like the tribe function is the bottom, so they don't see the tribe perspective. The double designer can
Oh,
catch it right away when they're like, this person is fake, is faking it. But so yeah,
oh.
just
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. Yeah, not saying bad things about EJs. I'm just saying like some of them do that. Just
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah, wow, so connected to the tribe. Oh, oh my God. So anyway, yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh, yes. Oh no, I want to add something to that. Because like, yeah, my friend also like with the FE, um, I think it's more movable, right? So it's kind of like they're like, we're talking about like the dinner, and I was like, oh, this was nice, wasn't it? And they're like, oh, like I didn't like this. And then I was like, oh, are you sure? They're like, yeah, actually, it's good. It's good. You know? Like, anyway, so that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
they just,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's feminine FE you're describing. But yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about your play. Your play is NT. So it's like it's your third animal. And it's like because it's NT, it's like problem solving. So do you like to like collaborate with people and like solve problems with people? Is that something that you enjoy doing?
Mhm. Well, at uni, actually, I have a funny story. So, like, I was at in a group project, and so we were supposed to do like all stuff for like the group, right, and put in our heavy like equal load. Apparently, I didn't do that though, but I thought that what I was doing was okay. So I ended up handing in my work like on the day when they wanted it like a week early. But like I didn't see like the problem with that, and I didn't necessarily communicate it to them, um but like So yeah, I got in trouble for that, and now I like understand a bit more why, and I'm seeing my single decideriness more and more. But yeah, I do really like being in a group and stuff and working with people. Um, I really like that. So my roommate right now, he's an ENFP. He's so crazy. Oh my god. But like he's so fun and like he will do, I'm pretty sure he is, but like I don't know, like I could just be projecting all this stuff anyway. Um but like I feel like we can do like the NT together, like so he's like a videographer and does like VFX stuff. So like I do design and art, and so I will like show him something, which is like very nerve-wracking. And then I'll like show him something, and then yeah, instantly I'll be like, "Do you like this?" And then he'll be like, "Oh yeah," but then and then he'll just like talk out loud like all like what the or like he'll talk out loud how it works, I guess, and like why it's not working, and then like why it is working. And then like it's really great because he'll just like talk it all out. I can just like think about it or listen to it and then just like say what I thought, or like how what he says could like make sense. Um yeah, so I do like that, but it is very, very nerve-wracking. At work, we also have meetings where we just like at my agency, so like where we have to like put ideas in and just like all talk about it. And all the time, it sometimes I'll get so like stressed that there's like a lot of pressure. But then like I've started to slowly realize that there's not really, and you're just saying random stuff. Yeah, so the point of this was that like um so what was I saying? Oh my god, I got so wrapped up. But yeah, so in the work interviews, in the meetings, eventually it gets good, but that depends on my mood, and that is like variable. So it's kind of like, yeah. Anyway, I do enjoy it and I want to do more of it, but I do get stressed and can't have the stamina of other types when participating. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have play demon, so that makes sense. You don't have it. Yeah, if you had it second, I think it would be easier. You said that your mood changes is very variable and changes pretty quickly. Is it because of feminine FI? Like you feel like your emotions like just changes in the drop of a hat?
Yeah. Um, yeah, like it's also like this weird thing, like because I can sense like there's buildup, because there's like you can sense the residual traces that come through and get caught there. Um, but it's kind of like something will just happen, like my computer will stuff up, or like someone will say something to me, or like I'll all of a sudden process all the negative stuff and like pin it to one SI. And then that kind of um like makes me feel really bad. And I think the reason I don't process it earlier or like acknowledge it a lot of the time is because I know that like the feeling is so fluid and that it will just go there, and I don't want to go there a lot of the time for like functioning reasons. But then I guess that is why that like the wave will come and then it'll be like but then like harsh. But I feel like getting my thinking straight has really helped me a lot to like overcome that. Because like when I am there, like I'll just swim through it, and then just kind of like the thinking can provide the like if say I'm like it's like a safety net, like say if I'm like a fish, like a koi fish, and then it like swims into the trap, and that's the thinking, and then it can like lift you up from that. So like yeah, I've been watching motivational stuff, and like those positive thinking loops come in and they save you kind of from the emotion. But yeah, so
Um,
did that answer the question?
no, it did. I'm just thinking. I'm
Okay.
just thinking. It's like I'm like opposite from you, right? So I'm just
Mm,
so
true.
Yeah,
How do you?
yeah, because that's what, so I'm trying to figure out like what's going on when you have like those like negative emotions come through.
Hmm.
If you're not watching like motivational stuff, do they like go away on their own, or do you get stuck in them? Like what's like
Oh yeah. Um, I tend to have to just like wait it out because like it's the thoughts that really bother me. Um, and the thoughts like for me along for a long time they're really like unconscious and like just like cycling. Um, but like realizing that I have like a separation and like they are I can objectify the thoughts basically and see them like as something which is not necessarily part of me or it's not me, they're just thoughts. um and like that really helps because I find when I am in that feeling state, like yeah, it is very like I guess toxic or like negative sometimes. Like it just is very like extreme. And then the thinking is what will keep me there, I think. But yeah, if I don't have the ability to recognize it's like not like completely like overtaking me, then then yeah, I just have to wait it out or like get it out in my work. A lot of the time I will take it to like my art desk and I'll just like make stuff. And the stuff I make there isn't very like I'm not as proud of because it's just a different emotion, which is I guess more toxic. And it's like I'm more just expelling it um, and getting rid of it and putting that energy somewhere. Um, which yeah, so that has been helping a lot. Yeah, but if I can't do that, then yeah, all is not well.
does that work when you place it on something else? Does that actually help expel it? Like when you do it in your art then?
Yeah, it does for me. Because like um it like gets it out in front of me and like makes me realize like this isn't, and it feels like to me it's like I'm using it in like a factory as like the main energy source, like it's the nucleus of the nuclear power plant,
Yeah,
like that's coming out and churning out all of this like other energy.
yeah.
But yeah, it does work for me, like because then I feel like better because I've made something, and then also I'm like acknowledging it and realizing that like I don't really want to feel this, like, and it's just like a negative emotion, I guess, that I have to get through.
I like that any analogy that you just used, the nuclear power plant, like
Yeah.
that's like where yeah, I've never heard anyone use that before, but it's really good. It's like you use that as your like energy. But you don't want to because it's bad energy. So you want to
True.
have cleaner energy. So like
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I didn't even think of that aspect. That's so cool.
Well, you just
True.
said you just said it. So I'm like, oh, that's a really good. I'm like, that's a really good analogy. Um, yeah, because
Uh,
like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my god, that is true. Like, because like if you're feeling like crap or toxic, then your energy
mm,
source is like nuclear. Then it's like the toxic, has toxic waste too. So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
sticking your whole
It's
place, so, which is gonna be bad for others too. So it's like bad for you, bad for other people. It's just shut that shit off, right, and put like a better, cleaner energy, so that
yes. Yeah, we want renewable energy.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
we want.
yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. I think the people watching this gonna be like the ones with lead SE are gonna be confused because they were like, what are they talking about power plant and shit? We're like, no, it's an analogy, guys. It's an analogy. It's not.
Yeah, I go to my backyard nuclear power plant. I
Yeah,
have to like change out the shit, like.
yeah, yeah. You're just gonna confuse all the SE people. It's trolling. But anyways, no, okay. So you're definitely lead NE because you're very good at like saying like analogies and comparison and like it's really far off, but it's a really good. I think it's very spot on. I like it. Um, let's cover your sexual modalities. So you're double masculine. So you're kinesthetic and audio. You kind of talked about the audio part already earlier, like the kind of like sounds that you like. So you kind of went into detail about that. But what about kinesthetic? Like, do you like to work with your hands and whatnot? Like, do you like to build things and I don't know, organize things
Yeah.
with your hands?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, where should I start? I guess. Well, this was what you reminded me of. Well, I've usually been involved, like I feel very in my element when I'm like making stuff and working with my hands. So, um I didn't really like woodwork at school. Like that was like one of my favorite subjects. And like I tended to be good at it as well. Um, and same with like art and stuff. But when I was making art, I was doing like so lino prints, which is basically you dig out like a lot of material, you scrape it out from this flat sheet of like plastic lino, and yeah, you make a print out of it. So yeah, you engrave something. So it's like you're carving and digging into like a metal plate or something. You engrave something and then you have to put like ink on it. And then you put that through like this huge like press, which like rolls two plates together to like make the imprint of the print onto a piece of paper, and that is the work, and it comes out like negative as well. um, so and then you can do multiple layers, you can keep digging into the lino and do multiple layers. um, so yeah, that was very involved with my hands, whereas other people would just like, well, more like sit at the desk or like do like other like a little bit more passive things, like whereas it felt like more like I was in like the woodwork like place, you know. um and then yeah, currently I do find that I really enjoy working with my hands. So, and also dancing, I really enjoy dancing. So just like, and it's like so compulsive, I guess. Um, and then yeah, so like working with the hands of like drawing, I guess. And that's why I do enjoy being like a designer, because that's mostly what I would be doing. It feels at least a little bit kinesthetic, especially when yeah, it feels a little kinesthetic. So I am more drawn to those things you need to where you need to be more involved and you are physically doing the action of exerting your force onto something in order to get something done. So yeah, that's what I enjoy.
How does what part of the kinesthetic do you find enjoyable? Like what aspect of it? Like what feeling does it give you? That
Hmm. Well, it just focuses my mind a lot, which I really enjoy. Um, it makes me feel very connected to like the world, I guess. It makes me feel like very present and um, like I'm making an indelible mark on this world. um, yeah, it just, and it really releases a lot of that FI as well. So, and it's like, again, it's like the power source that you can plug in to create a bit more action and motivation. And I do tend to, it almost feels like SE when I'm like organizing things or like running around the house and like, because I'm just jumping from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, like whichever catches my attention. It's like very in the moment, I guess, and organizing certain things like that. And yeah, I do tend to like enjoy organizing my room at the end of like a productive day, or organizing my desk space at the end of a long day. It just closes out the whole day nicely, and yeah, it makes me feel better.
So as a lead FI person, how do you get yourself to do something that you know that you need to do, but you don't want to do because you don't feel like it, you know? So how do you get
Yeah.
yourself to do things that you don't feel like it, but you know it's like, yeah, you need to do it, you know, either that be work or you know, something else like health. I don't know. So how do you get yourself to do that?
Well, in the past, things that have really helped is like, so I was, it's when I really want something, I guess, essentially. And it's more of like an overarching thing. So, like, for example, so when I was a vegan for a while, like a vegetarian, I was very motivated to do that by the subjection of animals to something that they weren't a contributor to. So like basically animal cruelty, I guess. And that was like a very motivating factor, although I had to do like a lot of meal planning. Like I had to organize my health, I had to do all that stuff, which was like difficult. But then I think Shave have referenced a positive tidal wave where it will kind of like loop back and you'll be like, holy crap, like I did that, and it's like creating a structure that's taller and taller. So that is one way. Another way that is by doing something you like, or doing something that relates to your FISI is something. So for me, it's drawing and making art and just like exploring concepts through that, I suppose, and expressing myself through that. So yeah, if I can do that, something that I really like, and then everything else, it's like the medium, it's like you're painting with this action, and that like wraps up all these other things naturally with it. So it's like you're painting and you also need to use like, I don't know, and when you're painting, it's like cleaning just naturally comes as a byproduct of that. So yeah, it's kind of like that. So yeah, if that can be the main core, then yeah. And I guess animals are something I really like, and that ended up being like the main core of 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 that, so I could process my way through all of the extra byproducts which I wouldn't ordinarily do, and build those skills so that next time when I have to do it, it feels more magical and it feels more connected to me. And then I feel like I'm having a positive tidal wave. And so that would be how I would do that. Just find, yeah, it has to be connected to the FI. Um, and I think you also have to be very motivated and have the right mentality as well. Like for me right now, I am going through a hard time, and that's because I didn't do the blast for something, and now I have to put in a lot of like effort that I did foresee having would have been good to do earlier, but like I didn't act on it, and that was the problem. It's like I thought I just didn't plan very well, like concretely. I really avoided that. Another thing that would help is if you have someone close to you who is ST, then go and talk to that person, because they will force you to communicate in ST, and then you can like escape this like days of not knowing what to do. And that's the other thing I would say that's really helpful.
Earlier you were talking about cleaning, after you do your drawing. Cleaning is SI. Do you like cleaning? Do you like organizing? Do you enjoy that process? Because you're an IPEP, right? So you're more chaotic. But do you like but you're balanced with control and chaos. So do you find the cleaning part therapeutic? Do you like that side of things, or do you hate it?
Well, for me, like, so it's an acquired taste. Um, I I don't like cooking very much either, and I relate that to SI. It's rather like draining. It's draining, but like the feeling of being able to find things and the feeling of um like going into the outside world and seeing that it's like a pleasant space is like very rewarding. So I actually have found that cleaning, oh yeah, don't look at this, by the way. That's actually supposed to look like that. But like, yeah, I found that cleaning does like help a lot, in terms of, yeah, so it's an acquired taste, but I'm it's not something I'll first and foremost go to unless I am freaking out a little bit, and then I'll realize, oh, do some blast, like clean some stuff. Yeah, it is a process. It's a process over time. I used to hoard things a lot more. And now like I've gotten into the thing of like throwing things away, especially like as I move through life and try to become more dynamic so I can change with things. It's like I can't have all this stuff with me. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question about your consume. So your consume is NF. Um, because it's NF, do you find that when you have a new life experience that you gain a sense of purpose and meaning every time you do something new? Is that true or not?
Wow. Yeah. Uh I mean, yeah. Like I guess like yeah, I really find that breaking out of a box and like physically going meeting new people, or like taking on a new character or persona is kind of like fun, and I do gain some knowledge about myself mostly when I do that, and um yeah, so I guess yeah, definitely. I think it just like either it shakes away things that are not working anymore, and it shakes away worldviews, which, yeah, it's like battling it out. Like which one will be the victor and which one will come crashing down, you know? And also like sometimes, there are moments where things all click and then you have like an aha moment, and that's really awesome. Um, and yeah, I guess that's what that process is. So it's kind of shaking down things that which need to be harvested, so like fruits, and then um, yeah, the other stuff kind of like comes along, and eventually, yeah, you create like a whole new like bubble or concept or like new cloud in the landscape. And yes, I wish I could be more specific. Like I'm trying to think of like a specific time in my life, like where this has happened and like something that is more understandable. So like, um, so I have one. Um, so this added a lot of meaning to my life and gave me a greater appreciation for people and just, I guess, talking to people. So I went through a very dark time of like being just like alone and holed up in my room and like just very down and like watching just like consuming things like on a screen and like not really doing much else. Um, and yeah, hardly even talking to anyone in person or like messaging people. Um, and so that lasted for a couple of months, and that was pretty much the tail end of like a long, like depressive stint. And so after that, like I decided that enough was enough. Like I really needed to talk to some people. And so I went out and I like basically met people online. Um, and I also got in contact with someone who I knew from uni, and they um, were very facilitating towards me. So I was able to go and meet them. So yeah, after this long stint, I reached out to people and I was so anxious about meeting them and leaving the house. I like did all these preparations and like so many things, possibilities of conversations and all that were running through my brain. And and then I eventually had to go and meet them. And yeah, from there I've just kept doing that and like it was horrible but like also blissful at the same time because I was escaping from something for so long. And yeah, so that was like really good. And ever since then, like it's been a journey to like slowly integrate myself back into like with people and like talking to people normally and like feeling okay with people. Um, so that has just taught me, I guess, a people thing of like, yeah, like people are, maybe more movable than I thought, or they can help me more than I thought, yeah, or they're more willing. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Hey, since we're on the topic of people, this is gonna be like my big question to you. Since you're an INFP, INFPs are scared of tribe hate or getting abandoned by the tribe. Can you talk about like that fear or?
Yeah. Um, so yeah, well, yeah. So I guess there's micro ways which it comes out, and there's like macro, I guess, bigger ways which it comes out. So the smaller ways are like day-to-day conversation, which I guess would involve double deciding in the here and now. And so that is yeah, especially with like I don't want to push things too much. I don't want to like say too much because often I feel like it comes out like uh just like I don't know, sometimes it comes out like wrong or like I feel like I offend people and then like it's kind of like, oh shoot. Okay, well now I just need to backpedal, just agree with whatever they're saying, just make the waters calm. Um, but then like, yeah, it's hard for me to like then push out again and like keep that back and forth. Um, so that is probably a result of I don't want them to stop engaging with me, but then it probably has that result anyway. Um, but so yeah, and in other ways, it's like if I feel like I disagree with the tribe, then that kind of stresses me out because I'm like, holy crap, they're all gonna leave me behind if they don't agree with me. Or I have to leave them behind and find people who do agree with me so that I can say what I think and I won't be like kicked out, you know? So like it's kind of like this perpetuating cycle which doesn't make any sense. But emotionally it makes sense. So that has happened. Okay, emotionally. But yeah, that has happened to me in the past where like I will, yeah, stand up. Finally, I will seek justice for my own personal belief. And then like I'll feel like completely like just like a dying fish who's like out of water, who's just like flipping around and people are like watching it and they're like, what the heck? You know? They're like, I didn't, maybe they saw it, I don't know. But like, yeah, like, I don't know. For me, it feels like completely out of the blue where it will come out and then very like hulky. And then people will be like surprised and then I'll feel so embarrassed and retreat to a little cave. But also, yeah, there have been also times when the tribe has come out at me and then again I will run away because it's like so freaky, I guess. Yeah. So that's kind of like, does that answer the question?
Well, it does. It does. I mean, it answered from your perspective, which is good.
Oh.
Um, I'm just thinking from a double.
Well, what's your perspective? Because like it is curious to me because like I have had times where I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize I was saying that. Like, but then also there's time. Yeah, it's basically I didn't realize I was saying that, and that's what it seems like to you. And then yeah, but what is it from your perspective? I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm a double decider, right? So when you're
Oh
saying,
yeah.
yeah, so when you're saying things like, oh, I have to be careful what I say, otherwise I might get kicked out of the group. So I have to find another group so that I can say whatever I want, I won't get kicked out. And I'm thinking to myself, in all my group of friends, I just say whatever I want, and I do offend them, but I don't get kicked out, you know. So it's. I think you could do that. I think when it comes to friendships, like you are gonna disagree with people, and that's cool. Assuming your friends are also like balanced with that stuff, like you know, because like I think the only time you would ever offend someone is if your friends were also deciders. Because if your friends were double deciders and you say whatever you want to say, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. That's all they're gonna say, like neat, right? Even if they disagree with you, they're like, okay, that's fine, whatever. Everyone's different, so it's fine. But if someone, yeah,
True. Yeah.
yeah, right. But if someone is a decider, then they might say, no, you're wrong, you're a bad person. Because like deciders tend to have a black and white way of like seeing people as like bad person, good person, and then like double deciders, the way they see people is like, yeah, this person is mostly bad, but this person still has some good, or this person's good but has some bad too. So it's fine. Everyone's some good and bad, and that's okay, and so it's like they don't go too
Oh
crazy
yeah.
with like the bad and good thing. It's just like, yeah, this person's a dick, whatever. It is what it is.
Oh yes. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like yeah, even yeah, there's just certain people in my mind which I subconsciously I don't realize it, but then like yeah, that I think they're like all bad or I think they don't like me and then it stresses me the hell out
Yeah.
subconsciously, even though it's not really a real problem. And then like also sometimes I'll think that I'm like evil or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna rewatch that and like try to force my brain to think that way.
Well, I mean, you're human, so when you're human, you do good and bad things, and that's normal. So like there's no, in my opinion, it's pointless to judge others and yourself about this because you're just being a human being, and and
Yeah.
I think that one thing that everyone forgets is you can always ask for forgiveness, and it's most people forgive pretty easily. You must have been like some kind of psychopath killer before someone will not forgive you, or like you know
Whoa, true.
so
But
just
like, what if you've done something that's actually really bad? Like, like I've like
you killed someone.
no, I haven't killed someone.
Yeah, okay, you're probably okay. You know, like
Don't tell anyone.
yeah,
But yeah. Okay, well that's good. Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
You probably have to kill someone or like or like do something like I don't know.
Well, that might happen, you know. The Hulk syndrome could come out one day and we just won't expect it. Um,
No, the Hulk syndrome might hurt someone's feelings, but that's fine. Feelings
mm,
feelings get hurt, and that happens. So but you didn't kill someone because you hurt their feelings, like not like so. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of like I didn't hurt. It's like maybe one day I stole something from them, but then like I still have it and I could just give it back.
yeah. And
It's
just say
kind of like
sorry.
that.
Yeah, sorry, I stole it from you. Here.
Pardon?
Yeah, just be like, sorry, I stole it. Here you go. I give it back. I'll give you some extra too, just to make up for me being a dick. That's it.
Um,
It's solved. People are like, oh, I didn't even know you stole it, but okay, thanks. Like,
oh yeah, true. And then it's like a blip in time, kind of.
well, if you do something bad, as long as you make up for it, then people are
Mm,
usually very forgiving. Like, do something to make up for it that they will enjoy, that they will like, right?
mm.
And then if you want to know, okay, what will the tribe like? Well, you ask them. You don't like. I just ask. It's like, hey, what do you like? What are you into? Just like, yeah, just use your
Ah,
just ask. Just it's not magic. Just ask.
okay. Ask and you shall receive.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just be honest, and then I think you're good. Be like, hey, I'm an INFP. I have no clue what other people like. Can you just tell me? And like, I'd love to help or like to give you something you like.
Oh
Something.
yes. Oh my God. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So just like talk to people and be like, hey, so I want to like, what kind of jam do you like? Like, I stole your bread. Do you want like strawberry or like marmalade or like, here you go. Here's your bread back.
Yeah, yeah. You know
Like,
what? If you did it awkward, it's even better because it comes out as sincere. So it's good. You know.
okay. I
Yeah,
wasn't meaning to make it awkward, but I'll try really hard next time. Okay, great. I'll
yeah,
make it awkward.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah.
that's great. No, 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 that's really good. I'll do that. That's actually really good. Now I'm thinking like maybe I should do that for like a few different things, but like I don't know, like does it matter if the bread's really stale or like I don't know, like
I mean, don't give them stale bread because then
um
then
true.
then you come across as a jerk. But like
Oh yeah,
give
no.
them like a fresh slice. Like a fresh slice.
Okay.
Yeah.
French fries. Okay, okay. I'll buy some new bakery bread. But like what if this is like a really long anyways, like what about if it's a really long time, you know? Because then it's like
What do you mean?
I mean,
How long's
like
long?
what if, like a few like a year or two or something?
So you
Or
stole
like
someone's bread a year ago, and then now you're gonna give it back a year later. That's fine. As long
yeah.
as you do it, it doesn't matter. It's better late than never, right? Like,
Oh, true. That old saying. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, exactly. Like, no one's gonna not like you for apologizing, even if it's like years ago. Like,
Oh.
yeah. So most people are forgiving. Like, so you must have killed someone, or like abuse animal for you to people hate you. I don't see you doing any of that. So yes, yeah,
Okay, okay, that's good.
yeah,
Wow. Hey, that actually makes sense. Like I'm talking to my friend now again, like, and I did a few really like shitty, not shitty things, but like I just kind of ditched her a lot because I was feeling bad. And like now I'm talking to her and like she seems so normal and I'm like, whoa, does she even remember what happened? Like, does she but like of course she does, but like she's just like being nice and like a double decider, I guess. She's like, oh, I would rather be friends with you, I
yeah.
guess.
I
Yeah, and
mean,
like it
yeah,
looked like you changed maybe, like you recognize it was a mistake and like yeah,
yeah. As long as you
that
apo- as long as you apologize and you acknowledge it happened, double deciders, they're like, okay, water under the bridge. It's fine. but like just like apologies goes a long way, and you can pretty much fix a lot of things with sorry. Like it's
Yeah.
you know
Sorry. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Kendrick. I'm actually Canadian.
you are
Yeah. Well, no, I was born there.
where?
But like I was born in Toronto.
Oh, oh, the East Coast. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, oopsie. Are we gonna clash? Is that like West Coast versus East Coast?
No, no, we're
Or
not. No, we're not rappers. So no,
oh, okay.
it's not a thing. And no, yeah, no, the East Coast. No, the East
Yeah.
Coast. It's just cold there. So you live in a cold.
Oh, true. In the summer though, it gets really hot. Like,
Yeah,
don't you get winters there?
yeah. No, this year we have a freak winter. I live in Vancouver. We have a freak winter right now. So
Oh,
it's yeah, it's really bad. But normally it doesn't get this bad. Toronto people usually get the worst winters, like one of the worst. Yeah.
oh,
And
good
like
to
the
know.
summers are really bad too. I heard in Toronto. Like
Oh,
yeah,
yes. Yeah. Really hot. Yeah. Okay.
you're
Yeah.
who's Canadian? Your mom or your dad?
Well, actually, my dad is like British and my mom's Filipino. So I'm kind of Canadian. I was born there. Like, mostly I'm more just like multicultural, I guess.
Yeah, I thought you looked kind of Asian for some reason. I was like,
Yeah.
so you're half Filipino. Okay, cool. I was born in Philippines, by the way. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
I
I'm Chinese.
Whoa,
I'm
nice.
Chinese, but I was born there, so I can speak Tagalog.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Okay, so you're technically like Filipino. Not really.
I'm Filipino. I'm dual citizen, right? So I'm Filipino and Canadian citizen. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Are you're Canadian and Australian citizen?
Uh, yeah, and I used to live in New Zealand as well, so I'm like a Canadian, New Zealand, Australian.
Yeah, yeah. And did you can get your Filipino citizenship too easily? You just go to the embassy.
Really?
Yeah, you just go to the embassy and you get it. It's so easy. So you can have 4 passports.
Whoa, hell yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. But you
It's
just walk in and they like take your photo.
yeah, no, it's funny because like they'll make you sing the anthem, and I had no clue what the anthem was. But
Oh.
like, and then they'll like diss you for it. It's kind of funny. I don't take it personally. I just think it's funny that they diss you that you can't sing the anthem. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just you just get the citizenship. And it's cool because then you can go anywhere in Asia like without any visa. So it's very convenient.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, that is damn convenient. My goodness.
Yeah, yeah, it has a lot of perks. I would get it. It's easy to get, so why not? Right. So
Yeah, why not? And
yeah.
is that because you were born there or like
Yeah.
your family is from there?
I was born there, but you're actually like you're actually half Filipina, so yeah, you're eligible to get it. So
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Oh, not bad. Yeah, go travel. Yeah.
All right, Caroline, we'll wrap up the interview here. So it was a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you better. And I actually learned some cool stuff, and you said some cool stuff too about like the power plant stuff. I'm gonna definitely keep that in my back pocket because I like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, take care. I hope that you feel better soon. And
Thank you. You too, Kendrick. Thank you. It was so lovely talking to you. It feels surreal.
yeah,
Okay.
peace out.
Bye.